I think you're probably gonna be a journeyman too.
Ravix of Forehorn. Why, it is an honor.
Like you to craft something for me, would you?
But I do want to see if you can make some... No, I don't think you can. I want to make a greater glyph of Ard. But nobody here can make it for me.
So long.
Hammer and Fibanity Bam. Music to a smithy's ears.
You guys have really good slogans. Now just to double check here. Yeah, I do have the ability to make this for master level people. I think maybe what I'll do is I will go back to Beauclair now. Go to... Oh, this is actually perfect because the Grandmaster Smith is right here. So I'll go to this guy, and then I'll go see Anna Henrietta right next door.
Greetings. I hope your search goes well.
It's already concluded.
Would you craft something for me?
Of course.
You must be able to do it, right? You're a Grandmaster and all. Heck yeah, Greater Glyph of Ard. Oh, I don't think I explained it, but I decided to go with basically all Ard glyphs because lately we've been using Ard a lot and it's nice to just knock people down and freaking get them all in one go. Is it really gonna work out well for me though? I'm not sure, but either way, at this point, I don't think it matters all that much. Now, is that enough? I think it might be. We can make one more. Alright.
Farewell.
Good luck on the path.
Okay, I have 8 Ard glyphs. Put it on my pants. By the way, underneath the ornate robe, I'm wearing Witcher pants. Is that okay? Is that like not appropriate dress? I'm not too sure. Oh, we have to wear it first. Yeah, I don't know why, but that's apparently a thing. There you go. And boots. Oh, I'm missing one art glyph. For the gloves, but that's okay, because I also have an Igni one here, which is also 10%. So overall, I got like 60% art intensity now. Something like that. 30? 50? 70? 80 actually. And then plus 1 Igni glyph. Kind of out of place, but hey, doesn't really matter. Alright. So we'll take this off, and now... Oh, I forgot about the swords. For this, I'll just put a bunch of freezing effects on it. Doesn't really affect me. Maybe I'll put one of these attack power ones, and that's it. We can't seem to do anything with the Erendite, which is understandable, I guess. This one, we're still stuck at damage 20 right now. I gotta focus on trying to get that number up sometime.
All manner of goods and services, cheap, reliable, purchase today is what we plan to purchase tomorrow.
Oh, I should have taken off my swords.
Late. Now, why does that not surprise me?
My god, how long did I wait for? As a recap, we're coming to a soiree here with Anna Henrietta to look for the Cintran guy who was buying the Sanriel wine. I didn't get a mask.
Well, well. A witcher in a robe. I last saw attire like this years ago in Redania.
Inappropriate for this evening? Not a good fit?
It's a wonderful fit, but you're sure to stand out. No one wears such things around here. Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but... Just one other detail. Here, put it on.
A mask?
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on, no one asks who you are.
Any idea why they wear masks?
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious. The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Wow. I wonder if we can switch outfits while we're inside. Not that I can, because I didn't bring the Beauclair set with me.
Let's go. Soiree started.
Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
I actually forgot. But thank you, Geralt, for doing it automatically.
How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. Soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Bellant, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Oh.
Shame. We would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Oh.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Bellant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
Oh, wow.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Orianna, she owns this. Woman in the black dress, there on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Kaveri orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
You're saying the owner of the estate, Orianna, will be recognized with or without a mask. And you wouldn't be?
Come, let's look in the alcoves.
Alright. We can also take part in the soiree's entertainments, which of course we're gonna do.
Put your own house in order first.
Can I please have whatever it is you're giving me?
Please do not disturb. One false move could prove ruinous to the entire communal effort.
What are they doing here?
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paint goes, cast them at the canvas.
The canvas and behold your emotions.
Okay.
Good folk, yet another soul longing to express its creative side.
Well, you and modern art?
I got it. It's the
Ah, okay.
It's not a landscape, you pleb. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Well, we're doing art here.
Should you tire of
It's
these
obvious.
hues, drop
It
them in the
represents
pail and grab
transgression
a
in its
different
purest
array.
form.
We gotta throw a
Should you
15.
tire of these hues, drop them in the pail and grab a different array.
Please do not disturb.
Okay.
Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pail and grab a different array.
Yes, I got it the first time you said it.
That green, lush and verdant as a field of vines.
To vines and to wine!
I feel like I'm a kid again. Get to do all this stuff.
Gods! Scarlet crimson oxblood.
I see lips, full sensually parted lips.
Not sure if I'm really thinking that hard when I'm doing this, but whatever you say.
Come, let's look in the alcoves.
No, I need to finish this first. I need to throw 4 more balls apparently.
The noble color.
Splendid.
Are you gonna give me a copy of this?
Toussaint.
Can I have this cloth later? Put it back into Corvo Bianco?
Fear of intimacy.
Oh, that's it. Uh-oh.
Please do not disturb.
Voila! Fin. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism. The continual battle between good and evil. And defiance.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
And defiance.
Something like that, sure. Alright.
It must be
What's
something
here?
famous, I tell you. Such talent.
Food or...
True. My, would I ever love to meet him?
I'm looking at the map there and it seems like there's something
Need I
right on the
remind you
spot.
that neither did you.
But maybe it's above me?
Absinthe, the preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
Ooh, apparently not powerful enough. Oh, I'm seeing doubles everywhere.
Deathly dull. Let's go.
You're bored as you've made no effort to understand. It's a metaphor of the constant struggle for power and influence.
A metaphor. What else will they think of? If they can't agree, they ought to cut the line. Adieu, the constant struggle.
What are they doing here?
This
Okay.
rather
These 2 mimes just...
bloody colorful, that's what.
Oh, there's an invisible line between them.
Ignoramus.
No? They didn't do anything though. Guess I was trying to join in on the mime action.
Must be something
Oh.
famous, I tell you. Such talent.
Exceptional.
What? You guys didn't do anything.
Love to meet him.
Need I remind you that neither did you.
Oh. Yeah, this is definitely a metaphor for power and influence and whatever, sure. Okay. It's a little bit dark tonight. But you can't really have this kind of party in the morning either, because it's not romantic and whatever. It's not the same atmosphere.
We must throw
I'll be having all of this, thank you.
venture beyond the bounds of cognition.
Famous, I tell you. Such
Oh.
Exceptional true.
Oh, these are the paintings that we bought already. The Conception of Edward, the original copy.
Deliberations on the nature of existence. It is irrelevant to the work's ultimate meaning.
So it seems like these aren't actually like unfinished. This is just how it is. It's like some sort of like abstract thing. Okay, whatever works for you, lady. Are you the original artist?
We must throw off the manacles of form. Venture beyond the bounds of cognition.
Sure. Okay. Sounds good with me. Wow, there's a lot of rich people here. Orianna? Lady Orianna's estate. In all our time in Toussaint so far, that's not even a name we've heard of before. But she must be someone famous because even Anna Henrietta is like, oh, that's Orianna. Oh, maybe I should lay off the drinking a little bit. Not gonna lay off the free food though. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Shouldn't have.
Ever love to meet him.
I'll let you keep the plants.
Sure we didn't come alone.
Need I remind you that neither did you?
Order 2 vets in one night. The fest of the century. And here you are, offering one to me.
If you are not interested, sir, I'm sure someone else.
It's an outrage.
Right, fine. You can't think I'd let such an opportunity pass. How much?
Slow down! You have declared your intent. Now I will convey this to my client. We shall get back to you. Please await word.
Oh, I wonder what's happening there. Oh, she left? I'm a little bit wary about going in here because it seems like this is the main thing. Because I want to see if there's other optional things we can do first. There is a whole ton. We're searching the alcoves for a woman with a Koviri orchid in her hair. She's not going to be here.
Please leave. This is a private alcove.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, I'm out.
Cecilia never should have performed tonight.
Oh!
You should have.
It seems someone decided otherwise.
That someone knows nothing of true art. It shall be you next time. Trust me, I shall have a word with Orianna personally.
These art patrons. This seems like the alcove we're looking for, so let's just completely ignore it and walk around to the other side. Oh, wow. Whoa, what the heck? There's a guy floating on a carpet. I know, even Anna Henrietta wants to see it right away. She's running towards the guy.
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
Elechesheba, Saraba, Durandum, Kalabathista, Sabeshkehi, Beshkehi Ha.
Oh! That's lovely.
Ah, how beautiful. The dolphins, that is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
Yeah. It's not very often that we see magic not used for combat purposes around here. It actually seems like there's more alcoves on this side. But what about the optional stuff? Because the optional stuff is what I want to do here. Can we keep going down? There's so many people around. Everyone's pushing me.
My heart's about
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
The lanterns?
My regards.
How do I release a lantern? Oh,
Fine. Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
it's pretty anyway. And hey, between potentially pissing off a deity that we don't know about and not, I'd rather not. If we keep staring at it, will it ever go away? It's still here, floating up all the way into the skies. What naturally happens in this kind of situation anyway? Like what happens to balloons when they get too high up? They pop, and then they come back down again. And it seems like that was the last thing here, so this alcove or the other one? The other one? Someone was talking about Cecilia directly, but I'm not sure if she herself was there. Drunk guy in this alcove. Okay, excuse me. No, it's not this one, right? Fragment of the script of a stage play. Art patron. The besotted witcher, Francois de Valor. Night thick as mud envelops a dense wood. A full moon hangs in the sky above the trees. Note, scenography must include a representation of a full moon. Wolves howl plaintively in the distance. A witcher walks through the woods in careful, measured strides. He wields a silver blade in his hands. Gods damn all, the moon is at its fullest. Long have I awaited this night. 3 weeks have I spent in that foul pit, all to catch a lone werewolf. At least the miller's daughter helped me while away the time. In fact, I leave only with a certain sense of regret. Perchance I should take her with me? We hear the snap of braking behind the Witcher. He turns around swiftly, his guard raised. He spies a werewolf. I've got you now, beast! Arr! Roar! The werewolf removes its mask. The Witcher can see it is the miller's daughter. He is astonished, does not know what to do. Well, what now? Will you kill me? Or perhaps you'll take me with you? Oh! What a plot twist.
Blah, blah, blah. Effont-God, schmeffont-God. It's all about two things. Coin and copulation.
That's pretty much how the world works.
Pretentious. I was prepared for all sorts of criticism, but pretentious. So much time I spent polishing that one-man play. And blah, blah, blah.
Hey!
Effont-God, schmeffont-God. It's all about two things. Coin and copulation.
I didn't tell it to him.
Pretentious.
Again.
I was prepared for all sorts of
blah, blah, blah. Effont-God, schmeff.
Pretentious.
He's talking over
I
himself.
was prepared for all sorts of criticism, but pretentious. So much time I spent polishing that one-man play. And Countess de Safel was there. That's the word.
Blah, blah, blah. Effont-God, schmeffont-God.
He keeps talking over himself. But was that the guy who made the Witcher play? Actually kind of seemed like it had an interesting concept. Well, anyway, she wasn't in there. I think it's probably the one across here. At the very minimum, they were at least talking about Cecilia. Where did we find this guy? Where's he from? Can we talk to him? Wow, you look like a freaking bandit. Hey! The Great Calesti. He looks like he's maybe from Ophir or somewhere exotic.
There are a great many highly qualified candidates.
Then I shall have to convince you your ample generosity would be best invested in me.
And how do you aim to do that?
I shall arrange a private performance after the soiree.
Ah, my dear, I sense you've a knack for persuasion.
Coin and copulation!
We wish to be alone. Please, leave. We are busy.
Huh, so it's not this either.
We wish to be
Come,
alone.
let's look in the
Please,
alcoves.
leave.
I thought they were talking about Cecilia, but it's not this guy. Are there more alcoves I'm not looking at, or... Oh, it might be this one. Glamour. Silverware. Well, I stole people's stuff, but it's still not this one. No. What the heck?
Never should have performed tonight.
Yeah.
You should have.
It seems someone...
We are busy.
Sorry. No. Is there an upstairs portion to this place? Because as far as I can see... Oh, the door! I forgot about this door. Which we can't go up. Okay.
She ought to be in one of the alcoves.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. There is also a door here, but it probably isn't it either. No.
Must be someone famous, I think.
Are there other alcoves that we haven't finished looking at here? Oh, there we go.
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
She's entirely naked, except for the orchid in her hair.
Wow. Impressive portrait.
I know the style, the stroke. This is Dorian Villesse.
The gracious lady has heard of me?
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself wished you to paint her portrait once.
At one point, the palace chamberlain even wrote to me, but alas, ultimately refused my terms.
What was the matter?
When he learnt I only ever paint nudes, he severed all contact. He said he would not dare offend her illustrious highness with such a proposition. I've always longed to paint her. Such a shame.
I think you may still get your chance.
I kind of understand why the servant wouldn't want to tell Anna Henrietta that this random painter wants to paint her nude, though, because what if I'm like, hey, Your Grace, the guy that you wanted to paint you, well, he wants to paint you nude, and then she's like, what? Gets super angry and sentences the servant to death. You never know with these lords and lordesses.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Cintrian noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Cintrian noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Oh, crap.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it, but I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
He had a mask.
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
How does no one recognize Anna Henrietta's voice? Refreshment tables? Okay. If Cecilia threw away her mask, does that mean that she's unmasked right now? Actually, not every single person here has a mask, or no, never mind. They do.
We should walk past the tables. Perhaps they're still there.
We'll see. Tall, dark, handsome, masked. Not sure if handsome or not, but probably he is. Oh.
Empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
Are they lovers? Heart-shaped box seems to imply some romantic relations.
Color is but the shadow of deliberations on the nature of existence.
Hit of Fistek. Artist's way of numbing their existential pain.
I do not even wish to comment.
That's Toussaint for you.
It must be someone famous, I tell you.
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
Just once?
I remind you that neither did you.
Okay. Why the heck would they leave the heart-shaped box behind, though? If somebody gave me a present and it came in a heart-shaped box, I'm taking the box with me. Or is it just me? It's not, right? Wasteful. These people are wasteful. God, where are you guys going? I'm going to assume the noble is interested in Cecilia, though. I don't know if she's interested in him, but,
But what if he doesn't come?
He'll definitely come. Don't worry.
How can you be so sure?
Brother dearest, trust me. He promised me he'd meet with you, and so he will.
the atmosphere here is so nice today, so they might be trying to find an alone spot to hang out.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come, we must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh! Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
I really like Anna Henrietta's voice and her voice acting. Just saying.
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Should I be putting on my sword?
Quickly, upstairs.
Okay. I hope we're not disturbing anything. Well, I don't hear anything. That could be a good or bad thing. Okay, I'm going to assume this guy is a vampire, okay? Which means there might be some blood-sucking going on once we open the door here. It's this one. She might be dead. Oh god, no.
That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Orianna. At once. She should bring her soiree to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
I think up until now, we had some suspicion whether the Cintran guy was actually the guy we're looking for, because he could just be the wine cellar, but with a dead body here, I think that becomes much more likely that he is who we're looking for. Not even blood-sucking though, he just straight up killed her.
Killed her, then went out on the balcony.
It's not like there's teeth prints in her neck. It's been straight up slitted. God. Somebody so high profile though. Why her of all people?
Bloody handprint. It's his. Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong, too. Broke the flower pot when moving the door, then stepped in the soil.
Nice view, though.
Footprints, made by soiled boots.
Was there nothing back here?
Broke the flower pot when moving
okay.
the door, then stepped in the soil.
We can't go in here.
Must have climbed this ladder.
This one right here. Can't he just turn into vapor or whatever it is vampires do? And why is he killing... If this is the guy who's blackmailing Detlef, why is he killing people himself now?
Could still be here. Need to stay alert.
Can't do Quen.
Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it, hard, then sank to the floor.
A fight?
Bloodstains.
Maybe Cecilia died here and then she was moved down? That doesn't seem likely though.
Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it.
Cause if it was, then wouldn't we see blood traces everywhere? But leading up until this point, that wasn't it. Valuable jewel.
Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this, must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace? Seems there was a struggle. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably.
Does the jewelry mean something in particular? Of all the people to rob, why would you rob a well-known singer? Oh god.
Sconce is bent. Smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it? Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out?
I think they climbed out, because if they fell out, that seems to imply that the window should be smashed, right? But it's still intact right now.
Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for.
Yeah, so money's not the goal. For some reason, the snapped necklace seems to be a thing.
Locked. And no key in sight. Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room. Canvas is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like.
Can't quite see it. Oh, I don't have a torch here. That's unfortunate. Is that supposed to be Anna Henrietta or Cecilia? Huh. This guy had a goal. And... yeah. Okay, wait. We're still trying to find clues here. The objective hasn't disappeared yet, and we don't have the key to get out of here.
Smashed mirror.
Oh.
Someone crashed into it, hard, then sank to the floor.
There's a third party here, then. Because I'm assuming the Cintra noble is one of them, but then who's the other guy? Do I want to jump out the window? Don't think so. Oh. Decorated hunting knife.
Hunting knife. Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
Oh?
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail.
You know more.
I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
He's not dead.
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. I can take care of myself, I assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
I commend your bravery, but I feel like it's also about, would you rather risk death just to stop him from stealing a piece of jewelry? Well, I don't know, maybe the jewelry means a lot to you.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Orianna, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it many years ago from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
Do we have to give it back to the royal family now?
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Cintrian must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Orianna with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Okay, I'm gonna revise what I was thinking a bit then, because if the Cintrian noble is not the guy at the top of the food chain, then I'm guessing he probably wasn't a vampire, because yeah, of all we've seen, the whole climbing out the window and making a balcony bridge with a door, it's not very vampire-like. A vampire would just be able to fly around and stuff, but it seems like this guy actually just died.
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
The one castle that we were turned away from.
Orianna, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Orianna, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
Anna Henrietta looks super pretty with this hairstyle, by the way. Oh my god, I'm like in love with her.
Orianna, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
With what? With you being here? With the whole situation?
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Oh, good eye.
You were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Sonreal and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether. My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
So we were on the right track then. This is some kind of royal dispute. Just like one of the books we read while we were wandering around Beauclair and Toussaint about how Anna Henrietta is not the rightful heir.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys. But I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift. At a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl, someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right. What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Yes.
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day.
Oh my god.
In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since. Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Duntine, and if Siana is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form. You must make sure of that.
Ooh. Feel like we have a lot of conflicting interests suddenly. Detlef and Regis, Anna Henrietta, and Siana. In regards to being cursed if being born in the wrong lunar phase, pretty sure that was a thing back in the books. Renfrey, the whole Butcher of Blaviken incident, I think she was born on an eclipse or full moon or something, and for some reason she just became a mutant because of that. Back to this conflict of interest though, I don't think we should promise anything we can't fully commit to.
Can't guarantee her safety, unfortunately. Especially if she's one of those responsible for these crimes.
Witcher, that was not a request.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair.
What?
And this is...
Oh, my god.
My very dear friend, Detlef van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources to the Witcher's hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Orianna's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally.
Oh!
Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Wait. Orianna's not human? Is she a vampire too? We are friends.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends.
Oh, this is so tense.
If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher, and the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Yes!
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detloff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detloff believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore.
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renna.
Ooh, that whole dinner table scene was insane and super tense. Made even worse by how Anna Henrietta had no idea what the hell was going on in the whole scene. She was the only human there. Orianna is not human.
Orianna. She really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long.
But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Mm-hmm. Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detloff, who wants revenge above all else.
Oh.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detloff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detloff. Good luck, my friend.
This is bad for my heart.
Splendidly, Detloff. I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to 2 exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish the second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out?
She might still be mad at me for not agreeing to not hurt Sienna. Oh my god.
You have exceptional friends. This Detloff, An intriguing man, to say the least.
He's not my friend. Oh god, they're definitely building up a Anna Henrietta plus Sienna versus Regis and Detlef thing here. And what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Sounds like your understanding of him. That's a good start.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
No.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count de la Croix's mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
Yeah, let's not be fooled here. They're not to support me. They're to make sure I don't kill Sienna. Oh my god.
Undead. How the mighty fall.
That whole dinner table scene might have been the most interesting thing I've seen in the past 15 hours, I'd say. Yeah, wow, like it was just riveting. I love it. Orianna. During the soiree organized by the Mandragora, Geralt met Orianna, a valued patroness to many local artists. There was something about this woman that made most who met her feel somehow ill at ease. She could not break the Witcher's iron-hard self-composure, of course, but she did give him the impression she was no normal aristocrat, and his impressions were usually spot on. Okay, so it doesn't say anywhere that she's explicitly a vampire, but she said, "I've known Detlef for a very long time," so I think that's enough of a clue that she is. Her face is really unique. Yeah, I feel like her face, in comparison to most other people here, is like really handcrafted. And the distance between her eyes are a little bit far apart. Maybe that's why it adds to the eeriness of it. She looks a little bit exotic. Sienna. Sylvia Anna. A lovely name, don't you think? This beauty should come as no surprise, given it's the name of the daughter of a duke and the sister of a duchess. Yet the fate, Sienna, as her intimates called her, meant was not as beautiful as might have been suspected for one so well born. Though, as it turns out, she had in truth been born rather inopportunely. She came into this world during an eclipse, and thus fell victim to the panic surrounding the curse of the Black Sun, which was said to affect young girls from ruling families birthed in similar circumstances. I think that might be the exact thing that happened to Renfri, Curse of the Black Sun. Though Geralt had some serious doubts whether this curse truly existed, many claimed it caused horrible mutations which filled its victims with cruelty and a desire to kill. Sienna's parents certainly seemed to be among the believers in the curse, for they deemed her too dangerous to be allowed to remain at court and forced her into exile. Sienna then fled to Nazaire and soon, for all intents and purposes, dropped off the face of the planet. And now she's back for revenge. Oh gosh. Detlef van der Eretain. Ooh! When Geralt went to Orianna's residence with the Duchess, he was certain Detlef was somewhere far away, safe in Regis's care. He was wrong, as he found out while watching both vampires stroll into the room, his surprise quickly turning into irritation. In the conversation which followed, the Duchess had no idea she was talking to the murderer she so wished to have slain. In fact, the Beast of Beauclair even came off as charming. As vampires usually do. Afterwards, Geralt set off for Duntine, but not before first extracting a promise from Regis to keep Detlef at a safe distance this time. Not sure if he's gonna be able to hold back if the woman he likes is being held there. Did Regis update? In their pursuit of the blackmailers, Geralt and Anna Henrietta found themselves at a private residence used for meetings of the Mandragora, an exclusive club for the boheme of Toussaint. The residence's owner turned out to be a woman named Orianna, to the Witcher's great displeasure. Later that evening, they were joined by Regis in the company of Bellant. In the conversation that ensued, Geralt gathered Regis and Orianna were old friends. The entire conversation had a rather surreal nature, seeing as how the Duchess had no idea she was speaking to the dreaded beast himself. Its key outcome was a conclusion that the blackmailers were holding Detlef's lover at a place known as Duntine. Geralt pulled Regis aside, and they conferred briefly. Geralt was firmly against revealing this information to Detlef. To his thinking, this could lead to serious trouble. I must say, I agree with the Witcher's reasoning. When a higher vampire loses his self-control, trouble always ensues. Bloody trouble. What about Anna Henrietta? My god! I just realized this, but Anna Henrietta, Anna Strenger. Witcher 3 is such a long game that they committed this sort of unspoken, so-called cardinal sin of characters having the same name. It's definitely a thing that happens in real life, of course, but in fiction, you usually even try to avoid people with the same first letter of a name. But that's of course completely impossible given how gigantic this cast is. Wow. Did we really meet all these people? Holy crap, there's a lot of people here. Goodness. So Anna Henrietta did not update. That's it. Okay.